What's happening, people? Sean Butler here from the Spurs Talk Show. Sorry about the miscommunication. I cancelled the last one 6 minutes in because I was under the impression that the Jack stream on the Irish Hotspur was going to be reloaded, but it hasn't been. It isn't, and his computer's collapsed. So I'm going to take over the stream, and I'm going to bring in a scoreboard. Let's get the scoreboard in, shall we? For when we're ready to go. How you guys doing? Welcome back. I am Sean Butler. This is this is the most annoying bloody day. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. We're 2-0 down. It's embarrassing. I didn't even get to really see the second goal there. I do apologise. Oh, God almighty. Let's get going. How you doing? Donovan Osterreicher. Has his computer collapsed or his mental stability? I think a little from column A and a little from column B, my man. Dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, we're waiting for the second half. In the meantime, let me get him the link so he wants to come and join us. Yeah, I hope everyone's okay. I'm not even sure if my internet's showing a really shitty connection as well. I hope it's not gonna be more disruptive and just more disruption for you guys. I do apologize for all of this. It's been an absolute bloody shambles of an evening. 2-0 down. Listen, let me know how you feel that the team have played, because I feel like we've been picked apart twice, but I don't think Man United have been particularly very good. I don't think they've been very good. I think the Tottenham have just been awful we get the ball up the right end of the pitch. We've had the ball up the right end of the pitch, I don't know, half a dozen times, 7, 8 times. Good opportunities. And as always, bad players can't make any difference. They can't make any difference. It's a shambles. We're going to get this. The second half's about to start. In the meantime, let me see if I can get. Let me see if I can get the stats up. Let's have a look. See. Good to see you over on this channel. I don't often do. I haven't done it for a long time. Any of the watch-alongs. That might change in the future, but right now I am so 100% frustrated with this absolute shambolic team. Let's have a look, shall we? Let me get this up so everyone can see it. How do I do this? Present, share screen, and then let's have a look. I'm not sure if you can see this, but we are going to scroll down. 2-0. 2-0 down. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Is that suggesting that Tottenham have had all... No, it's suggesting that Man United have had everything. Really? Really? Is that how they're representing the first half? I guess so. That it's been all United. Far out. I guess so. Let's look at the statistics on the game so far. Expected goals 1.24 versus 0.3. Expected assists about the same. We've had 40% possession. We're 2-0 down. 6 shots, 3 off target. A couple of good saves from David De Gea, but when they break well. And our defense is absolutely embarrassing. 11 shots from Manchester United, 6 on target. We're at home. You absolute fucking wasters. You are wasters. The game might have kicked off where you are, but I'm going to maintain the same timeline that I'm on with... I've still got the same stream open. So I'm going to bring it in a little while. 46 of you in the house. I hope you're okay. Please smash the like button for me. Let's see who's in the house. Here we go. Lukey's in the house saying it's like a knife through butter. Rick C saying he's ready to quit watching Spurs. Such a letdown. Bill Parry. Evening, Sean, mate. We all need a good walk in the countryside tomorrow because this is about as desperate as it gets. We could be 4 down, to be honest. Yeah, we had opportunities too, though, Bill. We've had opportunities, but Richarlison can't do anything. He's so bad. I can't stand him. I get chastised. I've been chastised by fans all season because I never wanted him, and he's been absolutely useless. The second half's about to start. Let me get this bad boy of a timer. Let me get this timer up. Let me get this timer up for you so we can try and get it on board. How do I get this going? There we go. All right. You crack on, you. We're about the same time for the second half. It's not going to say 45 minutes. It's going to, I'm keeping it simple. I'm keeping it simple. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. 24Z is saying he's lost it. I've lost it, mate. I've lost it. I don't even want to be hosting a watch along. It's not really my thing. I like to be a guest on other people's watch alongs because I know that I lose my mind and it looks bad on their channel, not mine. Get there, Pedro! No, never going to win a header, that man, is he? Never going to win a fucking header because he's 5'8". 24Z hates this club. Terry Will saying, come on, Sean, last week we were 5-0 down. It's a corner kick to Tottenham Hotspur. Pedro, what you got for us, bro? It's a terrible corner. It's a flick on from Perisic. And Casemiro sends it behind. Need an early goal. Not that I've got any hope. Not that I've got any hope whatsoever. It's a nice little flick from Perisic, though. It's a lovely little flick. But you know what? Even if it got past Casemiro, guess who was on the end of it? Richarlison. And it would have gone absolutely fucking nowhere because he's absolutely useless. Oh. Is that a free kick? Let's go, Tottenham. Who else we got in the house? Donovan Osterreicher. Richarlison is fighting for the badge. Is he? Is he, mate? I love you, Donovan. I love you, Donovan, mate. But, like, nah, he ain't fighting for the badge. I don't know what he's fighting for, but I think he's absolutely fucking useless. I'm sorry. Here's Sonny. Another free kick, another throw into Tottenham Hotspur. Rick C saying, I can't believe Dyer is still centre back. It's breaking me. Yeah, 100%. 24Z. NJ123 saying, evening, Sean. Dino is saying, hi, Sean. Hi there, mate. How you doing? How you doing, bro? Hope you're okay. It's not just Richie. It's not just Richie. Sorry. If I've come across like it's just Richie, then forgive me. It's definitely not. Because there's Sonny with absolute shambolic. What was that, mate? Was that a scuffed shot or a scuffed pass? I don't know what it was. They're all as bad, mate. I'm not calling out just Richie. I'm not calling him out at all. And I'd love it if he... Here we go. Harry Kane. Flags across. Oh, Perisic. Højbjerg. Put it across in the air with it. It's a goal. Oh, no, it's not a goal. Oh, Longley heads it and hits the bar. It's a free kick anyway. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, mate, 24. I'm not saying it's all Richie. 100% not all Richie, mate. I hate him as a player. I think he's rubbish as a player, but I think half the Tottenham team are as well. I'm not being harsh on him. I will be harsh on all of them, bro. I don't care. I think they're all as bad as each other. I think they are all as bad as each other. Let's see what else he's saying. Phil Coys, Richarlison's been a proper letdown. Dyer, get the hell out of my club. Couldn't agree more. Phil Coys, what's happening, Phil? Good to see you, mate. I thought you couldn't watch it tonight. No, I don't know what was going on Jack's stream. I think he had internet issues and computer crashing issues. So I've just stepped in to give you guys, if you are interested, you haven't got to be. I don't even know why I'm doing this, to be honest, because I've lost interest myself. But second half. Come on, Sonny. Oh, it's nice from Sonny. It's nice. It's nice from Sonny. Find the pass. No, you've been shepherded off the ball. Selfish. So selfish. You did so well, bro. Just find the pass. Find the pass, mate. He's just done so well there. He's done so well. Oh, then he turns around and starts fucking his throat. I hate people that throw their hands up when they fucked up, like other players or someone else is responsible, the referee. No, there was no foul there, Sonny. Let's go. Here's Højbjerg. Come on, Tottenham. Let's get a goal back. Don't shoot from distance, you absolute moron. Fuck off, mate. Fucking hell. What are you doing? When have you ever scored a 30-yard screamer? You waster. Dino saying your live streams and walks are chalk and cheese. Yeah, 100%, mate. Yeah. It's usually because I had a couple of beers when I'm doing late in the evening stuff. And in the morning, I do my walks at like 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'm calm. But also, different environment, right? Different. I'm walking amongst the sheep and the cows and things in the morning. So it's different vibe. Well, yeah. Oh dear. Smash the like button for me. There's only a few of you in here. There's only 60 of you in here, which is still cool. Really appreciate it. This is an impromptu thing only because of what happened with Jack's stream. He's in this house right now. Let me bring him in. Let's see what's going on. What's happening, Jacko?
Hey, Shawnee. Sorry, bro.
My man?
Thanks for having me.
Here, 1 second. Let me.
I can give you a link if we want to be on the same one, and if it's not too much.
We are still on the same one. I'm still listening to your commentary.
Oh.
I'm just trying to get back to the place where. How do I get? Oh, there we go. Now we got the timer up, but unfortunately,
put it in the private chat just in case.
Yeah, I've still got your link up. I'm still listening to the commentary, so we're still on. You're on 50 minutes and 53 seconds or something, right?
55, 56.
Yeah. So the clock's a few seconds ahead of where we're really at, but
that's all right. Yeah,
it's good enough.
Yours is working better than mine today. So I mean, what am I to say?
What happened? I don't know what happened.
I don't know. I think honestly, maybe my equipment is now just all of a sudden just burn out on me. It's on its last legs, and anybody who's listening along from the Irish Hotspur, maybe put in a fund for Dave and Jack's equipment, maybe, because looks like we need an upgrade. Maybe is what's the case. I think the scoreboard though wasn't my fault. I feel like the scoreboard is having a mare, but then the rest of that definitely was having a mare for sure. Definitely some accountability needs to be had. No accountability culture at this club, so might as well have some.
Take no accountability. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Everyone shirks. We're all shirkers. We're all climbing Everest. We're all shirkers. Yeah, man. I don't know. It's I need to turn down the commentary a little bit.
We're wasting chances, is what I would say. Despite how awful we still are, we're still awful, but we waste so many chances. I'll be honest.
Yeah, we got. Is that Paul back in the house?
Perisic has had plenty. Richarlison has had plenty. Sonny has forgotten how to play other people in behind. That Højbjerg one was shocking because he really did have Højbjerg there. And everybody's starting to play a bit selfish because then Højbjerg had a selfish shot from distance, I thought, later.
Oh, ridiculous, man. What was he doing?
What is he doing? What are any of them doing?
They're all playing selfish. And
we're on Sean's home. Thank you for having me, Sean.
You are more than welcome, mate. You're more than welcome. We're just having a little pit stop.
Take your shoes off.
Yeah, take your shoes off. Yeah. Yeah, wipe your feet on the way in, and then I haven't had a live stream or watch along thing for a long time. So
thank you for all the effort you do for us, Sean. So it's nice to
not at all, mate.
Okay. Look around. Okay.
Let's go long late. What are you going to do? Should ball in. Back post. Pedro, get it.
Pedro. Not a lot you can do with that ball.
This football club is on its fucking knees. It's on its knees. I don't know, what is going on. The players aren't playing. The players aren't playing for themselves.
I didn't even notice the new shirt sponsor. Sorry.
See, people have smuggled in Enoch out banners in there.
Yes, they have. Well done to
them. Oh.
They were thoroughly checking. So well done.
Yeah.
You know what I find hilarious, right?
Must have brought it in nature's briefcase.
Nature's natural briefcase. Natural briefcase.
So Ryan Mason needs an extra, a helping pair of hands, and he goes and gets the guy who's the son of a previous player. Oh, well done, Richarlison. Well done, Richie. Let's go.
All right.
Come on, Richie.
Play somebody. For fuck's sake, man.
What tackle?
That was a good tackle.
Casemiro is fucking sublime. We need our own version of Casemiro.
Who's their number 10?
You mean literally?
Who's this guy?
Who's which guy?
The one that just passed it. He must be a centre back.
Yeah, well, that's Luke Shaw. He plays as a centre back for them.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see it when he got back and got the ball back? He missed the tackle and then ran past and just bulldozed Son off the ball.
Yeah, exactly, mate, exactly. And that's what pisses me off about Sonny.
He
hangs on to it. He hangs on to. Well, Luke Shaw. I wouldn't want Luke Shaw anyway.
Not him, but
yeah, someone. Yeah.
Less Mancunian.
But fair play. Oh, that's good football. That's good football.
Skippy.
And
He's
look at
screaming
Skippy.
at his
He's
teammates, and then he
having
gives
a
it
crack
away.
at them. He's having a crack before he's even hit the ball. He's trying to become a leader of men, and you're only a lad.
Højbjerg, see him. There you are.
Come on, Tottenham.
Come on, Perry.
Perisic here. Come on, man.
For
Come
what?
on.
For
Oh,
what?
outside
Outside the
the
boat,
boat.
Richie! Harry!
Oh!
Can't score!
Come on.
Oh!
What a
Outside of the boot! Outside of the fucking boot! What a goal!
Hell.
What's
I'm
this
not going to get
again?
too ahead of myself because we're shit, but what a
No.
finish!
It doesn't matter.
It's outside of the boot, Worldy!
I'm gonna
What?
save
He's
it.
capable
Oh.
of it.
Look at
Look
him!
at that right wing.
Vamos!
He's not a right wing back. He's a right winger. He's filthy.
Look at them! It's like he's clipped it on the back of his right hand. What's
Bang.
gone on there? Look at this! Look at the
What
goal!
a finish!
Oh.
What a finish!
Come on!
Of all the chances we couldn't finish as well. Of all the chances we couldn't finish.
Come
Oh.
on! Yeah!
Of all the chances we couldn't finish. What a finish.
Okay.
That is an absolute classic finish.
He's had 2 worldies. He's
Brilliant.
had 2 worldies. His
Pedro.
other goal was a spectacular finish.
We're
That's
back in the
outrageous.
fucking game. Who is that guy next to him? That's the son. That is the son of the ex-player. Who is the guy next to Ryan
I
Mason?
forgot about his coaching staff, yeah.
They hired someone.
Rashford.
Oh, I read it,
Oh,
but I
no.
forgot
Oh,
it.
no.
No, Moonhead is getting turned all over the place, Moonhead.
That's it.
No, we're opened
No,
up. Holy
no.
fuck!
Oh, he's in the
Holy
bar.
fuck!
Oh, my
Holy
God,
fuck!
in the bar.
Oh my god, we
Oh,
are
Jesus
literally.
Christ. Oh, Jesus
I mean-
Christ, lads.
We're as open as a donor shop at 10 p.m. on a Friday night. I mean, we're just
Oh, Foster,
Oh,
well
we're
done.
so open.
Longley's
We're
fucking
so
awful.
open.
And what's Eric Dyer doing? He's not even
Nothing.
fucking trying.
We're
You're
as
not
open
even
as a
trying.
Starbucks at 7 a.m. I mean,
Nothing.
it's just
Dyer, nothing.
Christ.
Hey, look
He
at
just
him.
cut
No,
through
you're
us
still
like
just
butter.
standing there. You're standing there.
He's a criminal, man. He's a criminal.
He's a fraud. He's an absolute fraud. Well done, Fraser Foster. Rid of it. Rid of it.
Thank you, praise.
Come on, Tottenham. Fight for something. Fight for something.
You know, Steve Perryman in his podcast the other day, he said a few things about Eric Dyer, and then he just said, too cool for school.
I can't. He's got to go. If
gotta
Tottenham
go.
He's
give
all
him a new
talk.
contract,
He's all talk, but he's all talk, no game. He really
He
is.
just doesn't want to take any responsibility. He just wants to stay away from the trouble, doesn't he?
He's a guy that
So-
likes to look like a footballer, but
He just
isn't.
shirks responsibility every time he can.
I
Come
did
on,
look
Tottenham.
back at a lot of the goals though, and Pedro Porro did not cover himself in glory again in the defending. Like he made it easier for them to score.
for
basically.
sure.
I watched them both back. It was a shocking defending on his behalf.
oh, you're getting part of Longley. You're just getting walked past there, bro. It's a Perisic. You got walked past, bro. I can't stand our defense, boys. I can't stand
Horrible.
it. I want
Horrible.
every fucking one of them to go, and I don't even care if I'm including Romero.
I
in
mean,
that.
Sean, it's more like I want every single one of them to be read their Miranda rights and to be honestly given, some type of, like closing statement as to why they still think they deserve a spot at Tottenham Hotspur. Like, because all of them should have their wages reduced, or at the least,
They are disgusting. They're disgrace. I don't know what's just happened there. Someone got a yellow. Lindelof got a yellow card. He must have slowed down a break, but yeah, Lindelof's.
But like
taken
I
out
even
Harry
said, Sean,
Kane.
someone who defends Romero plenty, I said like his performance against Newcastle was so disgusting that
Mate,
I
he's
couldn't even
not
look him
just
in the
from-
eye,
not
and
just
so he
Newcastle.
needs plenty of good performances to earn back any sort of real
just
love,
Newcastle,
the
mate.
way
I
I
just-
had
I
for
don't-
him previously.
I've
I
lo-
lost
I-
so much
I
love
don't
for him
know.
after that Newcastle game.
I don't even know if I
Sonny
think
here.
I
Nice
don't
pass.
think he's as good. I don't think he's that good, Dak, anymore. I just
Yeah.
don't. I don't know if he is.
I mean,
Romero.
if you were Vincent Kompany,
Oh, support
Get there, Sonny. Put on the
him!
burners, man.
You're supposed to be a forward. Support him.
they're so slow to get into position, aren't they? Generally.
Nice. Perisic.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, come on,
Get in
the
box,
box.
Richie.
Get in the
Get
box.
in the
Get
box.
ready.
Do it, Pezzy. Do it, Pezzy.
Nice.
Come on.
Corner.
Perisic is actually causing them plenty of problems. I don't know how he is, but he's causing them plenty of
Yeah, he's
problems.
having a-
Because I thought
he's having an okay game, yeah.
I thought Wan-Bissaka would be causing. I thought he'd be good. He's supposed to be very, very defensively solid for them, Wan-Bissaka.
Come on, Tottenham. Come on, Richarlison. Prove me wrong, bro. I'll happily eat the mud. I will happily eat the mud if you put your noggin on this one, bro.
Pedro. Romero. Højbjerg. Go!
I can hear
My
commentary.
Paul.
Yeah, is that Paul? Have you got
Oh,
commentary?
sorry, man. Let's turn it down a bit.
So I don't want to get copywritten or something. So
How's that?
that's perfect. I'm not sure I can hear anything anymore.
Okay, cool.
Who's coming off? She's off.
Richarlison.
Kulu's on. Decky.
What about Danjuma?
I know why I'm clapping for you, bro. I know why I'm clapping.
Still no Danjuma.
Ericsson's off.
Fuck
He's
off,
lost
Eric.
all of his hair. He's going to be bald in 5 years, isn't he, Ericsson? Before the end of his career, you'll see him with a skinhead. Promise you that.
He'll be giving Antonio a call. Hey, mate, can you sort me out with...
Hold up. 24,
Okay,
mate. Richie has not... Well, no. I'm not even having it, mate. I'm not even having it. We haven't had any good players. If anyone's been our best player, Perisic has been our best player.
I think Perisic has been absolutely by far the most influential player. I think Richie is making all the right runs, but isn't doing anything with it.
But he's ultimately crap, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, he just doesn't do anything with it. He's doing all the right movements, but he's just
he looks
not
like
doing
a
anything with
footballer,
it.
but he just isn't.
Perisic again here.
Come on, Perry.
Top of the box, Harry.
Oh, no. You're always looking for him. Like, yeah, there's 10 other players on the pitch, mate. Oh, it's a good ball. Come on. Let's go, Ped. Let's go, Ped.
Come on, show him the prison. Show him his jail cell.
His confidence is up now, Pedro.
Okay, Romero.
Show him his bunk.
Nice. It's good foot. It's good work. Don't be too predictable. Back post! Oh.
Good effort by Perisic. Great. Perisic is all over Wan-Bissaka. He's all over him.
This is better. Let's go, Tottenham.
He's all over him.
Don't give him a little pat on the cheek.
Oh, don't do that.
What are you doing, bro? This is
shove him into the stands.
Fuck me.
Is my microphone too noisy, by the way, boys?
No.
Okay. Okay. No, I'm shouting.
Oh, hugging and kissing.
Pedro, whip it in. Not a great ball. Højbjerg.
No, you're not Porro, mate. Fucking hell. How many more shots are you going to have?
I don't mind it because you got to either bring it down or you got to do that, basically.
Yeah,
well done, Sonny. Well done, Sonny.
Time here.
Okay,
Sonny. Everybody's standing still for some reason.
Why are you putting it into Sonny there?
I don't know why everybody stood still, though.
Come on,
Tottenham. There we go. 10 touches. There we go.
Nice. Shocking ball. Here
win
you go.
Win that aerial threat. Well done, Sonny.
There you are.
Far better
possession
from
here,
Tottenham.
long line.
Far better from Tottenham. This game ain't over. It's not over.
Skippy. Helping out.
This game is not over, people.
Forster gone long here. Great ping. Good try. Well done, Romero. Oh, no one's there to win the second ball. Pierre, man.
Don't fucking collapse. Don't give it away. Please don't give it away.
Space. So much space. Jesus. Moonhead. Why do you let everything go by you, Moonhead? You're the last man.
I don't think Man United have been that good. I was listening in the halftime when I was setting this stream up. I was listening to the halftime commentary.
Yeah, I don't even think they've been.
I don't think they've been that great. I think we've been awful, and they've been slightly better than awful.
That's exactly
and they've broken
right.
a couple of times.
I think that's exactly what it is. I think they've been okay, and we've just been absolutely shit.
Yeah. It's too shit.
Romero, look how high he won that.
Done. Romero's been, I think, well done, Romero.
Well, he's making up for it, Sean. Like I said, I need to see 3 more of these, 4 more of these, 5 more of these, if even, and then I'll start to, because we had so much praise for him. And so it's just in order for me to get back to those levels again. But Kane's got to do better there. Romero is showing the initiative. He's showing all the energy there. And Kane, it's good to see Kane tracking back here, but he's got to do better there. Kane's got to do better there.
Look at them standing there again. Come on.
Looks like Kane and Romero's going to play striker, and Kane's
Oh,
going
look,
to play center
walking.
mid.
Walking. They're just walking, man. Look at them. Oh, fuck me.
Do me a favor, guys. If you haven't already, smash the like button for me. I know it's an impromptu stream, but just help me out. And,
Just for Sean filling the void.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Go on, Harry.
Thanks, Sean.
Come on, Harry.
Come on,
he's
Harry.
done
Good
well.
run, man.
He's done really well.
Find Pierre. To
Bang.
Sonny.
Oh, it's another chance. We are still in this game. Come
We've
on.
wasted good ones, Sean. We've wasted good ones.
Better. Yes, Jack, you're right, mate. We have wasted opportunities. We could easily be up in this game. We've had more chance. I think we've had better chances.
What I said, Sean, like I said, our defense is disgustingly terrible, but we have still wasted chances. Like
Yeah,
it's like
our
we're a
forwards-
terrible team. We're still terrible, but we have wasted chances. You wouldn't argue that we still haven't created chances. We've created plenty of chances. We're a terrible team, but we've created chances.
Richarlison deciding to pass it when he's almost within the 6 yard.
Whoever
box.
was feeding Richarlison, anytime Richarlison was fed, it was a perfect ball and behind for him. It was.
Yeah.
Oh, Sonny's doing well. Sonny's up for this now. Come on, Tottenham.
You wouldn't say the forwards could complain about the service. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I completely agree with you, mate. Completely agree with you.
Yeah, let's
But
give
the
it back to
forwards went
Dyer.
shit.
You could complain about the moonheads of the back, but
Yeah, back to Dyer. Give it back to Dyer.
Let's
there
go!
you are. Hulu.
Come on,
Do it
bang.
yourself! Do it yourself, lad! Oh, unlucky.
I feel like that's when you want to cut inside.
Come on!
It's not a great effort by Kulu. It's a great run, and it's a great pass
It's
by
not good
Harry.
enough, man. It's not
It's a
good
great
enough.
pass. They caught Luke Shaw out.
Big up, Perchy. How you doing, mate?
They got
We weren't
Percy.
supposed to be on this channel. We got cut off the last one, so we switched over here on at half time. Yeah. Hope you're okay, mate.
Approaching
Hope you're
70
okay.
minutes here. Feels like the second could be coming, but you never know with the defense. The defense, it's like a stack of cards. It's easily can be blown over. It's just, that's what it's been this whole season. It felt like it's been this whole season. It's just relying on
I think we're going to get back into this game.
it's just relying on the attack to finish their
dunno.
chances.
We
but
we
the
either
defense
lose
crumbles.
3-1. Yeah, Jack, I agree with you, mate. We either lose 3-1 on a punch, we get a sucker punch, or we get back into the game. I said 2-2 before the game started. I'd take a draw right now, and I'd walk away thinking at least they showed fight in the second half.
Pedro.
But
here.
I think we're worthy of a point here at the moment. If the forwards could fucking finish their dinner for once, just for once.
Finish
if
the
the
next
forwards
one,
could finish
please.
their
That's what
fucking dinner.
that's always the motto should be. They should be saying, just finish the next one. Just finish the next one.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
throw the
doesn't seem to be the
fucking
case.
ball. Come on.
Pedro snarling at his prisoners.
Oh no! What are you doing,
Pedro,
What
trying
up,
to sneak out. Well done, man.
Head? Let's go! Oh, it's a gorgeous ball.
What is Moonhead doing that high?
That's gorgeous. That was Harry Kane, wasn't it?
Here we are. Perisic, top of the box. Sonny.
Oh, you selfish bastard.
Perisic.
Look.
Moonhead! You fuck! You're so shit!
Oh, you missed
I
that!
knew he was gonna miss it. I knew it.
Go!
Porro was
Jesus
in acres.
Christ!
Porro was in acres of space.
Look at this as a
Look at
sitter.
it.
What
Look at Porro
are you
coming in.
doing that high up the pitch if you're gonna miss those sitters?
Oh, it's an open God! It's an open goal!
He's so shit.
Sell him now. Sell him now.
He's so shit.
Sell him now. He gave up that Rashford goal as well. He would have made up for it. Sell him fucking now. Sell him now. Sell him. We could sell him 8 years ago, but sell him now, please.
What
Just
are you
now.
doing?
Give him to Brian Reynolds.
Oh, you give the ball away.
Oh, no.
You watch. Here we go. 3-1.
Oh,
Here we go.
Three
Here we
one.
go.
yes, this is
3-1.
no.
Oh,
Oh, my Lord.
Well
Thank you,
done, Ollie
fuck's
Skip.
sakes,
Well
Bippy.
done, Ollie
That's what
Skip.
I'm saying,
Oh, I was
Sean,
gonna
though,
say,
is
he
that
took
we
a
keep
tackle
missing
in, he was
chances, and the defense is eventually going to crumble. They're not going to keep it 2-1. The defense is not going to keep it 2-1.
Can't handle it.
It's Jesus Christ. We are sitters FC.
Look at Eric Dyer again.
Romero,
Sitting
no,
off.
you. Why? Romero gets fucking a little block there. Who was? No, was it Romero? Who it wasn't? No, someone falls
Skippy.
over. No, not
It was
him.
Pedro
The coach just
Porro. I
before
think
that.
Pedro Porro
Pedro
got done
Porro
there.
rolls over
He
and
is
holds his
getting
fucking
done.
head on the fucking hands.
I don't think Pedro Porro, he needs a lot of work defensively. He needs a lot of work.
If Eric Dyer gets a new contract before a new manager comes in and has his say on it, then I will lose my shit.
If anything,
oh man,
Bruno with the ball. Back. Ooh, well done, Fraser. If anything, Sean, I actually think, you know how Emerson took out, a scout report on Hakimi. I think Pedro Porro needs a scout report on Emerson for defending, really. That's at this stage. Like, I like Pedro. Everything about Pedro going forward, I love. Everything about Pedro going forward, I love. But I feel like the whole theory that like people were saying like, oh, just put like a striker, at right wing back. It's like, I don't really feel like that.
You can't do it. You can't do it. People that were saying play Decky at right wing back last year, like you can see now, like there's such a massive emphasis on the defense that even Pedro Porro doesn't have.
Well,
Emerson
if other
Royale,
sides though, if they overlap with their own wing backs and their own like sort of like fullbacks and everything, like it's kind of the same thing. Like you're still gonna get kind of outnumbered, and you're still gonna get sort of like asked a lot of defensively. And so if you're just gonna get continually done, like Emerson, the best thing Emerson would always do is that he would always just show him down the line, and then usually he would block the cross. And Porro, it's just like a free game. If anything, he's actually worse than Doherty. He's worse than Doherty defensively, which is not saying a lot.
I agree with you, mate. I agree with you 100%. I actually think getting rid of Doherty on a free transfer was a really weird one. It's unnecessary.
Jet Spence, I think, more like it at this stage, but it just feels like now it'd be interesting to see him competing.
Fight, boys, get there! Oh, fucking fight!
Be interesting to see Mason try to give Spence a chance.
Yeah, but hopefully Mason's not going to be around when. What are you doing?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
It's all right. Not too much time has passed. It's only been 2 minutes here, and I feel like we're
sunk back. Look at this.
It's up to one of the shitty defenses here. It's which one's going to crumble here.
The momentum has shifted. We had all the momentum for the first 20 minutes of the.
That's it.
We'll counter them. I have a feeling we'll counter them.
Just let them back into it. Let them just pass it around.
We're going to count. Well done, Romero.
He's been much better.
Please, people. Please help him out on those second balls,
no
people.
No one following up, though, is
help
there?
him out. Come on, Kulu. Thank you, Kulu.
Kulu.
Thank you, Kulu. Show him the weight room, son.
Let's go.
All right, Pierre. All right, Pierre.
Let's go.
Find somebody. Find somebody. Hold on. There you go, Pierre.
That's it. Oh.
Good hold up, Pierre. Good hold up.
But you went the wrong direction. You should have found
Don't
Sonny.
Shoot.
Sonny
Don't
was on the fucking charge.
Yeah,
Sonny was on the charge.
Oh, here he comes.
Earlier, maybe honestly, the selfishness of these players, I wouldn't doubt that Pierre maybe looked off Sonny. Nice, Sonny.
Oh, the ref is involved in the game. He hasn't blown his whistle for about fucking an hour and a half. How many times? That's it, Ryan. That's it, Ryan.
He's gone for the Ruben Amorim look.
Yeah, he has, isn't he? Yeah, I like that about him. I kind of respect it because I'm a black hoodie kind of guy.
It's like a hybrid tracksuit manager sort of.
I like it. I like it a lot, if I'm honest. I had a guy, I was saying on Perchy's channel just before the stream started, I had a guy come around my house today to fix my internet. And he was a Sporting Lisbon fan, and he used to work for the Sporting Lisbon.
Let him know if
youth
you can
team.
take the boat over here as well, Sean, if he's
This guy was so knowledgeable. He taught me so much, and I actually got his number. I'm gonna have him on my channel because he used to work for Sporting Lisbon's youth setup, and
whoa,
he knew so much about. Let's go,
Harry!
Oh no,
Kulu!
Oh, Kulu!
Oh man,
win the header! Oh, you got no one who can win an aerial fucking Joe.
That's it.
I guess that's what Richie was for, but then Richie couldn't do the final part about it. Well done, Perisic.
Oh, Perisic, was it? Well done, Perisic. Let's go, Tottenham! 15 minutes plus injury time.
Skippy. Harry. Nicely done, Kulu. Show him the weight room. Skin him. Romero. Harry! Oh! We're going to counter them. It's which shitty defense is going to crumble first. That's all it is. Which shitty defense is crumbling first.
I don't think the game finishes 2-1. I think
absolutely
it finishes 3-1 or 2-2.
Absolutely not. Oh, my Lord.
And I love the fact, I think Romero's been our player.
I love that the center backs are like getting into the box. Yeah. It's almost like we're Sheffield United from that one season.
Ryan Mason's given them a little bit more freedom to move, and I like it. You know? The first half didn't need to be that way. It didn't need to be that way. We had opportunities. We didn't take them. That's our ball. Come on. Come on, Tottenham! What's going on in the chat here? Scoot is saying yellow all day long. Come on, Tottenham! Let's go, Pedro!
Come on, Pedro!
You're prison! Oh, it's terrible.
Fuck me.
Pedro, the prison's getting loose here, son.
Look at Ollie Skip winning a free kick there that should never have been offered. Fuck you, Weghorse. Oh, look at Romero.
Romero.
He's having a real crack.
He's digging his teeth into like his shoulder.
He's put his hand out. It's got to be a yellow card. He's put his hand right out there.
You see, Romero,
he's like in the face, yellow card.
I love how Romero knew. I love how Romero knew he wasn't tall enough for the head-to-head, so he just was just digging his face into like his scapula or like his shoulder blade, whatever it was that's facing. He knew he wasn't tall. You need to get someone tall enough. We need to get Fraser next to Wout Weghorst for the head-to-head.
Dan Juma's on. Let's go, Dan Ju. Let's go, Dan Ju.
It's going to be 2-2 now because he's on. He'll score a goal, and we still won't pick him.
I'm okay. I'll take a 2-2 draw right now. I would have done it beforehand. Ben Davies also on. Welcome back, Benjamin. Unfortunately, you've missed the most important part of the season, and it doesn't matter what happens if we lose tonight.
Pick up Marlon Greeny celebrating 10 months with you, Shawnee, as a puppy. Come on, you Spurs, he says.
What's that, sorry?
Marlon Green is celebrating 10 months as a Spurs talk show puppy. And he says,
shit! Are you? Well done, mate.
I thought I'd help out in some way, Sean. I thought I'd help.
Thank you, mate.
I haven't realized I've been looking at the chat the whole time, and so everybody, just want to say, please, 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 smash the like for Shawnee. Also, thanks Sean because he's always with us, day in day out for these terrible, terrible performances. And so, please, everybody, for this impromptu stream from Sean, smash the
it was
like,
all good.
Send in a super chat, whatever it may be for Sean. Please, everybody.
Who was the man who put in the 10 months?
Greeny, who I believe is Marlon Green.
Greeny, thank you so much, mate. Appreciate you so much. Love you, buddy. Sorry I didn't see it. I'm not looking at YouTube comments. I'm looking on StreamYard.
StreamYard is stupid and doesn't show it. Yeah.
Thank you for your support, my man. Thank you so much for your ongoing support. Come on.
Moonhead.
Come on, guys. We've got 13 minutes. We've got enough time to get back in this game. I can't really hear much of the atmosphere, if I'm honest. I haven't heard that much about Daniel Levy. Not really hearing much about anything weird. Oh,
because it's kind of like for the neutral, it's sort of an interesting game. And I think that's why. Like it's hard. I think if we go 3-1 down, you'll hear it. But when it's 2-1 like this, it's people are kind of like, oh well, are we still sort of in it?
I'm not hearing any like, come on, you Spurs, or like
I don't blame
the Spurs
them.
Go marching in. I'm not hearing much of anything.
I think people are just waiting to see what happens.
Sonny
nothing. Won that.
Come on, Sonny, you're better than that.
Stretch, Dange. Who
Hey,
did Dange come on for?
Come on.
I like Dan Juma. I really do like him.
Oh,
I really do. Let's go.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Harry.
Come on, 2-2. Come on, boys. Pick it out. Offside. It might be offside. I think it might be offside. But if it's not, then yes. Come on.
Dan Juma, get that man back on the pitch.
Come on, Tottenham.
That was all from Danjo. Danjo
does it again, Jack, with his
It's like we
press.
hate him, Sean. We hate how much impact
Look
he
at
makes.
the press. Look at the
We
press.
hate how much impact he makes. We hate it.
I love it. I don't hate it.
The coaching staff hate
love
the
it.
impact he makes. They hate it. Oh, what a ball
He's
from Harry
offside
Kane.
as well. What a pass
What
from
a
Harry
ball
Kane.
from Harry Kane.
Come on!
Ooh.
That's how we're still in the game, boys.
Could have been like kind of a bit of a miss hit or a clever finish. I think it was a clever finish, actually. I think he might have hit it into the ground.
Harry Kane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
clever finish. Very clever finish, actually, because he looked like he knew De Gea. De Gea had the near post, actually. So he kind of hit it into the ground.
Come on.
Let's go for it, boys. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Don't do it now. Fucking get him, Romero. Well played, son. Well played. Well played, Romero. Let's go.
Come on, Man United. Bottle it. Bottle it, man.
Carl Simpson saying he's just finished. Love it. He's just had a little squeeze. Good boy, Carly. Good boy, mate. Come on, Tottenham. Come on.
You're lucky that Pedro didn't see it, Carl.
Fuck you, Man United. Fuck you.
If we do end up winning this, someone has to do that one impression from the VA round. Oh, no. Speaking too soon.
No.
Speaking too soon.
Well done, Romero.
Thank you, Romero. You know that player, the former Liverpool player who did the, like, Man United, get out.
Yeah. This is the Romero I want to see every week.
Oh, yeah, you need to see repeat performances like this from him. You do.
Because you embarrassed yourself last Saturday, my man.
Exactly.
In a bit.
Well done, Romero. Answering the call, answering the commentator. Come on, show him the weight room, Kulu.
Here we go. That's it.
Show him the weight room.
Look at Dan. Look at Danjo. Look at Danjo with the
Release the lungs.
Oh.
Wow, what a touch, Casemiro. Casemiro is world class. Rashford. Well done, Skippy. Well done, Skippy.
Is that a ball, ref? Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Come on, Ryan Mason. That's it, bro. They're playing for you, mate. I love your little outfit. I want to get one of those hoodies. I'm going to get one of those hoodies too.
Lazy 8, member for 10 months, as a puppy, says, I don't know, Jack. Seems like the numpties play better when we're on this channel. I completely agree. Nick, I completely agree, man. I just need to take a good hard look at myself, Nick, and I need to look at all of it, because I think a little bit's on my end, and I think a little bit's on just sort of like, you know, the scoreboard bullshit and all that stuff. So, you know, I'm going to figure it out, Nick. But like I said, you know, this is, you know, everybody, please, again, send in a super chat, you know, send in a comment to thank Shawnee, because he's always, you know, given up his time to come on our channel for the watch alongs, and he's helped us out a lot. So please, everybody, hit the like button and please show Sean some love, please, everybody.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. And I've got a super chat from Steve D whilst we're here saying, so no one can get a tune out of this squad. Maybe a man.
All it takes is a black hoodie, Steve D. That's all it takes is a black hoodie, you know, a Ruben Amarin look. That's all it takes.
There we go. Look at Romero.
The shoplifter outfit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's go, Romero. Let's go.
You can fit a few tins of beans and packets of biscuits in those pockets, I reckon.
They're fighting for him now, Paulie boy. They're fighting for us.
There we go.
Come on, boys.
Oh,
get it. Eric Dyer.
An Eric Dyer tackle.
That's a ball. Let's go.
Bloody hell.
How's that
Right,
not
mate,
a ball?
got it.
Run! Why are you jogging? Run! Oh!
Ooh.
Why is he jogging?
7 minutes to play, boys. 7 minutes plus injury time.
I think he stood up too quick. I think Dyer stood up too quick after that rare tackle, and it sort of got a bit funny.
Why is he jogging? It's like, and he screams in his. Oh my lord, he is just such a moonhead.
He's so shit.
Is there a winner? Is there a winner in this game, Paul? Is there a winner in this game, mate?
I can't say, Sean. I think we might do it. Fucking hell. Am I mad? I'm mad.
We could do it, mate. The second half is ours. The second half is ours. But we're vulnerable. We're vulnerable on a break. We're vulnerable on the break for sure.
Martial or no?
Oh, Ramiro.
I can hear the crowd now. The crowd are singing the Spurs when the Spurs go marching in.
Come on, no, clear, Moonhead, shitty clearance.
Any clearance will do, Moonhead. Any clearance will do. Let me know in the comments, boys and girls. Do you think we can do it? 6 minutes by my clock. Let us know. Thank you, Steve D, for the super chat, my man. Appreciate it very much. Very nice of you.
Look, if we do, it's going to be some jammy VAR goal, and I'll take it.
Danjo's motioning the people forward. He's asking for people to join him.
He's a leader. He's a leader. He should be playing.
Danjo earns his wages this week.
Come on, have him. Have him.
On. Moonhead, why are you sagging off?
Fuck off. Fuck you.
Jesus
Christ.
Uh-oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
They're
no.
asking for VAR.
Fuck's sake. Who clattered into him?
Look at Dyer here. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
Was it Kulu?
There's an elbow on Kulu instead. And look at the elbow from Bang.
Oh, he won the ball. He won the ball.
He won the ball. He got elbowed instead.
He won the ball.
Eric, too bad.
Ten Hag's just jealous of the man bun that's behind him.
Come on, Tottenham.
Honestly, it's a bit. I agree with whoever said that earlier. I think it was King Hoddle in our chat. I think he said, Sean, it's a bit suspicious that Simon Hooper, Anthony, or what's it? Simon Hooper, Anthony Taylor, Ten Hag. It's a bald head conspiracy here. It's it's too many. It's too many men.
We're everywhere, Jack.
It's too many men. Well,
fuck.
I wouldn't say you're in the Simon Hooper category yet, Paul, unless you want to be.
Oh, no. It is like invasion of the body snatchers, though, because I was once like you. I had hair when we last won the FA Cup.
Have you got no hair, Paul?
Oh, yeah. So I grow it out at the back.
Out the back. Yeah. I'm getting there. I'm with you, mate. Look, you can see my line here. I'm going bald.
Bring back a bit of Ralph Coates spirit for the rest of the game. That's what we need. Come on.
Sonny being subbed up.
We don't need fancy hairdressers. We need men. Come on.
Who's being brought on?
Japhet Tanganga.
Who's coming on? Who's coming on?
We're
not going for a draw, are we?
Yeah, we're holding on for the draw, it looks like.
Fuck off, Tottenham. No.
If anything, what would have been more interesting is to
have
subbed off like if anything, like I don't know.
Well,
I guess
you ain't going to bring on Lucas Moura, are you? I don't know. So
it's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
I don't hate it. It's a bit disappointing.
Hard to know. I'm not going to criticize it too much.
Ryan Mason's happy.
Because we already took off for Charlison. So it's just.
Yeah. Ryan Mason's happy with the draw.
Fucking hell.
The
game was there for the taking.
Yeah, there's still a chance, but.
No, we're going to sit back now. We're going to fucking concede because we're playing it safe. We're trying to be fucking smart.
You're probably right, Paul. I hate that. You're right. Mate, I'm losing my voice. I've been screaming so much. I do apologise to anyone who's been on the receiving end of my bellowing. Get rid of it!
Clear.
Get rid of it! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
See Danjo. He's bursting the lungs. Come on, Danjo. Come on, Danjo. Oh, good try, man. Good try. I'm not even kidding. Like the way Danjo runs and pressures and everything, he earns his wages this week more than all of them.
I like Danjuma. I like him. I really like him.
He doesn't mope. He doesn't mope about. He doesn't complain. He doesn't, because he's given nothing. I bet he's barely. I bet he's given less money, or not less money. But he's given even one less piece of bread or something in the canteen.
I'd love to see the goals that Tottenham have scored with the minutes that he's on the pitch. I'd love to see that stat.
Yeah, Paul brought that up.
Oh, did you, Paul? Yeah.
In our pre-match build-up, he said, they hate him because his goal match, contribution,
But even if he's not involved in the goal, even if he's not necessarily involved in the goal or assist itself, because it's not measured that way.
No, it's just because he runs around.
100%, mate. 100%.
You
need players like that. Let's go. Touch it. That's our ball.
Okay,
fuck off, Lino!
How?
Fucking giraffe.
How?
Bro. Super chat from Steve D.
He's not even given a foul.
Big up, Steve D. Thank you for the super chat once again, mate, man. You don't have to do that on this channel. I really appreciate it. It's lovely. Very nice of you. I don't stream enough to ask for those sorts of things, but I do appreciate you. Felt empty watching us this season. This is much more like it. Win, lose, or draw. I can get behind this. I like that, mate. I agree with you, buddy. I agree with you.
Steve.
Big up, Steve, mate. Very
I
much
mean, Man
appreciate.
United are playing like a bunch of lazy twats as well, aren't they? It's like,
Yeah.
it's like the team really wants it.
Yeah, I didn't think they were the better team in the first half. I thought we had. I looked at the stats just before we went live, and I was like, the stats suggest that they've been much better than us, but they haven't really.
I think it was just typical Spurs created a bunch of chances, don't really take their chances very well, and the defense can't be relied upon. It was a very similar story. It was a very similar story.
Every game this year.
The defense just cannot be relied upon, and that's all it is. I mean, still for the next 5 minutes, at 5 minutes at a time here.
We've got a chance here, boys. Who's going to do it? Is it going to finish 2-2? I think there's one more chance for one team.
Oh no. Bad giveaway there.
Have we got fucking 6 defenders on now, have we? Or have I missed something?
Yeah.
I think we put Tanganga right back.
Well,
We've got
no, he's on there.
Perisic was taken off for Dan Juma. Okay. United.
Okay. So it's about even Stevens then. Okay.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
Come on, Tottenham. Hold on.
They can't hold on. See the game out.
Come on, lads.
Wait a minute.
Thank you.
Well done.
Good clearance.
Okay, where's Dan Juma?
Yeah, where are you, Dan? Where are you, mate?
Where's that long bursting pressure from 90 yards?
There he is.
He answers the call.
Dan Juma assembled.
If we turn the ball over in a good area here, there is still a chance.
Oh, this is getting...
No.
Well done.
Come on, clear. Just clear.
Who's 25?
That's Tanganga. Yeah, Tanganga.
He's playing on the right. Where's Pedro Porro then?
He's been subbed off.
For who?
For Tanganga.
He came up for Tanganga. Okay, fair enough. Right.
Sean, we're not used to this sort of thing. Substitutions happening quickly. I mean, it's too fast for us, Sean. If anything, Spurs fans will now be like, slow it down.
I wasn't paying attention, clearly. I wasn't paying attention.
Spurs fans will say, slow it down. Did they drop it from +4 to +5?
I think they have. You're right. Yeah, they've changed the schedule. Last minute, 2 minutes left, or 1 minute and 90.
Hang on, Tottenham. Hang on,
Spurs. Please don't do it. Please don't do it.
No,
don't fuck it up.
Luke.
Come on.
No, clear.
Oh, you give away a free header. Who's that? Casemiro. Oi.
Of course, he wins it as well.
He looks like a China doll.
Oh, I said, Sean, he's the evil teddy bear. He's the evil teddy bear.
He does. He's the evil teddy bear.
The Toy Story 3. He's like the Toy Story 3 like teddy bear.
He just turns around.
That's exactly what he looks like. It's exactly what he looks like.
I've always been a big appreciator of, nasty center defensive mids, so I've always referred to him as the evil teddy bear.
Come on.
Brilliant. It's a brilliant look.
I've never seen he smiles after breaking people's legs. Like he's really but he has pudgy cheeks and a really white teeth
and very high cheekbones. Very
exactly. He's a very you want to grab his cheeks and that was very funny.
Rid of it!
Oh, clear. Weird clearance.
Red, get rid of it!
No, it was a weird clearance by Tanganga. It was theatrical.
Look at that.
30 seconds to hold on.
It's a weird clearance.
See it out, boys. Don't do this. The second half has been much better. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. You do it every game. Don't do it.
Thank you, Romero. Good pressure. Thank you, Romero. Come on, help him out! Get rid of it! Oh, it's offside.
That's it.
That's it. That should be it. Okay.
That's it. Offside. Game over.
I'll take that. I had a bet on 2-2. Not a bet on the betting markets. Well done. That's all right.
That's game.
Well done, Ryan Mason. Was impressed with you second half, mate. Impressed with you second half.
I'm impressed with the fact that we still created a ton of chances, and I think that's maybe credit to Ryan Mason at the end of the day, Sean. And as well, I would say defensively, I mean, we've seen, how many managers crumble? I mean, we're repeating ourselves but we have to repeat ourselves constantly because the defense will make any manager look silly. But Ryan Mason and this team created a lot of chances. I think wasted a lot of chances, to be fair, actually. I think we probably wasted more chances than Man United did, if anything. I think Man United were more ruthless than we were. And we're always going to be a leaky defense. So that might be the story for the rest of the season, is like, hopefully we can create a lot of chances, but we're always going to find ourselves ripping our hair out with Eric Dyer, sort of missed chances, Eric Dyer errors, etc.
Yeah, just looking at this right now, this is the shift in play. Can you see this on my screen, guys?
Yeah.
So the first half was essentially, I don't remember it being quite as one-sided as that. I remember it definitely being frustrating, but I do remember us having certain spells, but maybe they were literally in those little moments here.
I guess they must have been counter-attacking, maybe, in the first
second half, though. Second half, we had the lion's share of it. Let's look at the overall. Where am I going here? Hang on a second. Statistics. In the first half, we had XG of 0.35 and 0.39 X assists, and they doubled or trebled or quadrupled us up there. 40% possession, 6 total shots versus 11, 3 on target versus 6, 2 off target each, 1 block. I won't bother going into the detail there. And then second half, we had a 1.89 XG to their 0.89. So they had what was their really good chance in the second half? Do you remember?
I'm trying to think of a good one that they maybe spurned.
They only had 2 shots on target. There was the one that was like parried by Foster, and the other one that was like pushed over the bar. I don't really know where they got their 0.89 from, but in overall, we actually on an XG basis at least had the edge. So I think we can't complain about the result at all. Neither can they.
I don't know. Yeah, if we can complain about a draw, and I agree with maybe what you're trying to say in that the first half were Spurs. I feel like we still created chances, actually, to be honest, in that first half. Like, I think Richarlison, if anything, would probably feel like he should have had a goal in that first half, and that was more due to his own sort of failures than anything else, than him being unlucky. In the other games, it's always been him kind of getting a bit unlucky. In this one, it felt like he was doing all the right things, but then just not actually finishing the chance. And it actually was the same story with Kulusevski, in previous games too. But
sorry, Jack, I hear what you're saying. I completely agree with you. I'm just hearing about. Thinking about it was probably the clearance. What was the clearance off the line?
When the Perisic clearance.
Was that in the second half or the first half?
No, that was definitely in the. That was definitely in the second half.
Second half.
I think that was definitely in the second half.
That's where their XG comes from. Then I guess maybe.
Because he saved it from going 2-0, but then or 3-0, I think it's what it was. He saved it from being 3-0, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's what it was, Perisic. Or first, says Jacob, first half. Sorry, Jacob.
Okay.
Well, I think Perisic was one of the men of the matches, or one of the men of the match, if anything. I think Perisic, actually one of the few players that, again, probably deserved his wages. Be Perisic, I think, too, Sean. And it would probably be Danjuma was another sort of bright spark. Romero, I think, absolutely in a huge amount of ways, was a completely different person from what he was against Newcastle, which is good to see. It's nice to see that he turned it around completely. But I don't know if you were to, these players, half of them I feel like don't even deserve their wages this week. But if you were to give maybe the most influential player, you could say, in the game, I think it was Perisic, because he was causing Wan-Bissaka a lot of problems. And it felt like he was always open, felt like he was always creating something.
Yeah, I thought Perisic definitely. Paul, I'll bring you in. For me, if you were going to pick 3 names or 4 names or whatever, I'm not going to do the man of the match thing because I'm not even prepared for it. This whole thing was on impromptu, but I'd say Romero for me was the man of the match for Tottenham. I thought it was a far, far better performance from him, especially in the second half. I thought Perisic was also very good going forward. and created problems down the left-hand side. I think Sonny was much better today again. I thought he was really good. Well, I wouldn't say really good. I think he had opportunities, but I thought he was a bit chaotic. And I actually think that Ollie Skip was pretty good. If you're going to pick out 4 players, I'm not saying that any of them were spectacular. I think both teams were pretty poor throughout the entire 90 minutes. But if you're going to pick 4 players like Jack and Dave usually do for their man of the match kind of conversation, then I think Romero probably takes it for me. Maybe Fraser Foster as well. I thought he had a couple of good moments. But where are you at, Paul?
Yeah, I think Romero. I mean, it wasn't really that exciting a game. It looked like we did an awful lot of walking around, very low tempo, low intensity, and I think we were lucky that Man United just took the same approach. So a draw is probably a fair result because it didn't look like either team really wanted it in the end. Didn't want it enough. So yeah, Romero was all right. I liked Dan Juma when he came on, just running around again. So he's got to start, doesn't he? He really has to.
In front of who though? Who would he start with? I think we got Liverpool next.
Kulu.
In front of Kulu and in front of Richarlison, yeah.
Oh yeah, Richarlison. Fuck me, man. He looks like a footballer, but he just doesn't do it, does he? He gets the ball, any chance he has, he falls over, tries to get the free kick.
Yeah.
No.
It's just not good enough. Really isn't. He can, moan and cry all he likes, but no goals this season.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'm gonna love you and leave you because it's 7:15 in the morning now, so I'm knackered. So
wow, thank you for your service.
I've been up all night watching this.
Thank you for your service.
Love you, mate.
At least I'm not super pissed off. It was kind of.
Are you at work today? Are you working today?
No, I'm asleep during the day and work tonight.
Okay, all right, fair enough, mate. Well, have a good night, mate. Have a good morning, whatever you want to call it. See you soon, Paul. Cheers, mate. Thanks very much. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, look, I mean, I've seen Newcastle beat Everton 4-1, so
I mean they're on a tear. Yeah,
they're on a ridiculous tear. We haven't closed the gap on anybody. I think we might now be back above Brighton. Let me see if the Sky Sports league is updated. Hang on a second.
I looked at the table and I was Brighton. If anything, maybe that point does help us. If they were to win their 2 games in hand or something, maybe we'd be level with them on points. But I imagine goal difference, they have a much better goal difference than we do. I mean, I think almost anybody has a better goal difference than we do.
Yeah, we are. Let me get it up for us. Let's have a look.
Because we have the 6th worst defense in the league. Statistically at this stage, I wonder if it's even gotten any worse after that match.
How do I find this? Football Premier League. Here we go. So, oh shit! Oh, I just done. Lost it. I'm not sure if you can see that, but yeah, we are the same level. We're level points with Villa, having played the same with them. God Almighty, we're the same as them. We've still got to play them at their place. And then you've got Liverpool, who've got a game in hand on us and 1 point behind.
Yeah.
And then Brighton are 5 points behind with 3 games in hand. And then after that,
easily can still slip to 8th. Easily can still slip to 8th.
Very much can still slip to 8th. Yeah.
What's really ridiculous is even again, I don't know. If anything, the games that are going to come to haunt us was that huge run of games where we just kept continually dropping points to really quite easy opponents. And I think that will just come back to haunt us because I don't see us performing in the next couple of games. It's going to be dependent on whether they sort of show up and also as well away from home, Sean. Like after the game against Newcastle, like who's to say like if we in any sort of shape or form, show up? Isn't the Liverpool game away from home?
Yeah, that's on Sunday.
So like who's to say that's will Spurs be the same team away from home against Liverpool? It's
no. I think
we'll
lose.
Not, and that's where it's also really disheartening. And if anything, I said too, like someone said, I think it was Mia said, I predict a 3-3. So she was quite close with the prediction, but I said if we draw this 3-3, I'll just be left more confused about this team because there were certain players that gave a huge reaction. You brought up Romero. As much as maybe people feel like, yeah, Perisic is very weak defensively, I actually thought he actually brought a lot of influence going forward. And it was
I
nice
thought
to
Porro
see
cared. I thought Porro gave a shit
Porro
as well
cared
tonight. I thought Porro
too.
gave a shit, you know. I was
cares.
I'll be honest, I was disappointed with Harry Kane.
Yeah.
I thought he was bang average tonight.
Just wasted a few chances too, I would say.
He was involved. Like you can't like knock him. He was involved with the assist for the equalizer. So I'm not going to knock him too much, but like there's expectations. There's certain players that you have like levels of expectations from, and whether they meet or don't meet or exceed those expectations. I don't think Harry Kane met my expectations tonight because of the player that he is. Players like Eric Dyer. I mean, I didn't even see the second goal properly because I was just dialing in. And you said that Eric Dyer was responsible, was it? Was he?
Oh, what made that goal really shocking was a wasted chance. Perisic, while I've complimented him, wasted a very, very good chance. They get another sort of, I think they just recovered it, and it was a long ball, I believe, by Bruno Fernandes over the top. Eric Dyer, I don't know why he's the only one responsible with Rashford. Rashford's the only man on him. He lets it easily go over the top with him. He's also kind of like level with him too, Sean. So anytime it goes over the top, he's not going to win that foot race either. So it felt like it was poor defending in that regard. And then also Rashford, as you saw from there, sort of sizes him up. Eric Dyer shows him like a very healthy amount of space to that sort of far side, to that left-hand side. And then he just absolutely smashes it with his left foot into the goal. If anything, too, I would say Dyer, it's not even the initial tracking of the run he does really poor. It's kind of like the Iheanacho goals against Leicester when he is found in those one-on-one sort of moments where he has to make a challenge in the one-on-one. He is just dreadful. Like he just doesn't. He never makes a challenge either, Sean. It was like the Iheanacho. He never ended up making a challenge. He just let him eventually just take it to the left, and he just smashed it past Forster. It was very similar defending to the Iheanacho goals of just like never actually ending up doing anything, just kind of letting him continually just take it past you.
All right. So then Eric Dyer is being typical Eric Dyer. I'm seeing in the comments, people are saying that Ed M is saying Kane was our best player in the second half. Craig is saying Kane was given the man of the match. Really?
I feel like he missed. Wow. I feel like if anything, I think the chances I feel like he missed was certain chances that got blocked, because I feel like he had some shots on goal that then just were sort of kind of routinely blocked that maybe you would think a Harry Kane would have done better maybe with, but that's probably, you're judging him by his standards.
I've got to be honest. Actually, there's the standards thing, and I think that obviously he always gets the. Listen, I like the second goal that we scored. That cross-field pass was, or that kind of assist cross was, De Bruyne-esque. It was spectacular, and it was. But for me, for the game that I watched, I think the Romero is probably the man of the match. But
that's probably
it's all opinions, isn't it? It's all opinions. What I want to ask you, Jack. Listen, I don't want to go for too much longer, mate. I'm exhausted. I've been drinking I was out drinking for my mum's birthday from lunchtime today, so I'm probably shouldn't be on stream anyway, to be honest. But I do want to ask you more about. Forget about the title race or the top four race, top five race. But I want to focus, zone in a little bit on Ryan Mason. What did you think about the tactics today? What did you think about the effort from the players? Was it because of him? Was it in the players that did well? Were they like trying to rally their own reputations in front of the home crowd because of what happened last week? We saw some different things today. We saw Romero well up the pitch for a lot of the game. When we had the ball, we had a far higher line. We still played with the back three. It was almost like a Ruben Amorim kind of style of back three football, where there was this kind of attacking issue. I don't necessarily think it was. I think the first half we were wasteful and Man United opportunistic. But second half, I think we absolutely dominated for the most part of the game. I don't agree with the way that I mean, obviously I can't disagree with the facts, but I don't really remember the first half being so one-sided. I think that we were a little bit, I think we had opportunities. We didn't necessarily take advantage of them. But I was quite impressed with the tactics from Ryan Mason. If he was the person who set them up, he's talking right now on Sky Sport or BT Sports. I'm not going to be able to hear them. So anyone in the comments who is listening, let me know what he's saying. Like, Jack, were you impressed with Ryan Mason? Did he do himself any harm this evening?
Oh,
What are your thoughts on
absolutely
that?
not. Absolutely not. I think if anything, Sean, everything about him was sort of a version of like what we would have gotten from like a Ruben Amorim and the way he dressed, the way he was acting, but also the fact that he went for a 5-4-1. I had said that was actually the best approach today, even if he wants to go to a back four at some stage and try to transition to that. I felt like today that was not the move. Like, absolutely not. Even just for players' confidence, it felt like that was not the move. Maybe go more towards what they do feel more comfortable with over this course of this season. But also what he still needed, though, was kind of the effort and was sort of the execution from the players. And it felt like we were still seeing some sort of cowardice from a lot of the guys, especially when the goals did go in, because it felt like a lot of the players, like their effort levels do kind of, drop and kind of, increase and kind of fluctuate in that sort of manner. But I
Yeah,
feel like that's, again, Sean, like he's walking into a toxic sort of atmosphere, toxic dressing room also too. And I feel
yeah.
like you're asking a lot of him to be able to sort of repair things. Like he could easily, like if anything, you sort of look at Frank Lampard as a sort of a case study comparison.
Hmm.
I thought I was seeing a lot more from Ryan Mason in that one match alone than I was able to see from Frank Lampard in the situation he has inherited. And then maybe that's not maybe that seems like a weird comparison. I'm not really sure, but it feels like maybe a necessary one to sort of kind of expand on. Kind of, they're both inheriting really bad, horrible, kind of, sort of toxic squads, toxic atmospheres, toxic everything. And let's see what you can make of it. Let's see, what sort of positives, what sort of lights that you can bring out of it. And I thought he was able to make the right decision with the 5-4-1, even if he
Mm.
wants to play back four, Sean. He kind of,
Hmm.
swallowed his pride, not even swallowed his pride, sort of like maybe understood tactically that probably wasn't the right decision for today. And then also as well at halftime, we saw a very different team at halftime, and they could have
Yeah.
easily cowered it away. It felt like, and it probably was. I don't know what it was. Maybe some sort of Ryan Mason speech, some sort of Ryan Mason motivation, some sort of way that he got through to the players. Because it felt like a lot more of them were showing, some more accountability, some more effort. Romero, like you said, for 90 minutes was sort of showing the effort, but more players started to look like Romero. It felt like
100%.
in that second half with the pressure and with the sort of the energy and also the accountability for each other. And maybe that was in part due to maybe something Ryan Mason was saying at halftime. And I don't know, Sean. I
Do you
think
think that was what it was? You think it was Ryan
they did look a
Mason?
much better team. Like, let's be honest, in the second half. So why is that? It's not. I mean, the fans in no way probably
I think they booed. I
fans
think they
probably
booed him
tried
off.
their best to the fans probably tried their best to sort of keep some type of like hope in the game, but like the players have burned that bridge with the fans after the Newcastle game and other games this season.
Yeah.
So I really, as much as I like I said, it's hard to imagine the atmosphere is what sort of got the players back into the game. I think it must have been probably something in the dressing room that got them back into the game.
So, do you think this is an audition? I'm just looking at the highlight now from that goal. By the way, I didn't see it. I don't think we spoke about it when it first happened. Perisic's cross into the box that led to the Pedro Porro thing, where
Mhm.
Richarlison, like a dead fish out of water, floundering, looking for a penalty. Harry Kane scrambling, the ball pops out. Look at Pedro Porro with the Vamos. I'm seeing it right now. But what I wanted to say was Perisic's cross was out with the outside of the right boot. We've seen him do that before, Jack.
It's gorgeous.
And it is gorgeous. It's gorgeous from him, and it's also gorgeous from Pedro Porro. Let me ask you about before we get on. I do want this now. I'm thinking about it. I'm sobering up a little bit. I've got a few questions I do want to ask you, mate. But I want to stick with Ryan Mason for a second. Is he auditioning? Is there any chance if we go on a run, if we get a result against Liverpool? He's only had 3 or 4 days,
Yeah.
right, to get this done, and that the first half wasn't great. I don't think it was as bad as maybe the stats say. Maybe I'm wrong, whatever.
I don't want Mason to take the job, but it is a free hit for him, and he hasn't
Yeah.
made a bad attempt on his first attempt of a free hit. Absolutely not.
But
Like,
does
he's
he?
done quite well with his first free hit so far.
He said
He's
this
done
week.
quite well.
He said in the pre-match presser, "I'm ready." Right? I'd like to
Mhm.
think about it. Then he said, "Oh, we'll wait and see what happens." But he hasn't done his due diligence. He hasn't earned his stripes, right? He hasn't gone to a championship team. He hasn't done what
Mhm.
Gerrard did, or even Frank Lampard did, or any of these kind of younger managers. Most managers go and start somewhere else, come back, and then get their chance. Does he really think that he's entitled maybe to put his name in the hat, his hat in the ring for a chance? Does he actually believe that he's got a shot at the managerial role?
I don't blame him for believing in himself. In fact, I'm actually happy he believes in himself in some kind of manner, because I think it shows that he wants some sort of career in managing, some sort of career in coaching in some regard. He's not maybe content just to be an assistant manager, right? His whole, career or something, involved as a youth, setup coordinator or something his whole career. So that's a good thing. It shows that he's hungry in that way. I don't think he should take the job. The inexperience is just the first factor alone. And that's something that is not even a slight on him. It's just how it is. It's just what it is. And the situation he'd be inheriting is just so difficult that you think you would need somebody that also wins the fans over, because that's a huge factor, is, hiring somebody that's able to win the fans over, but then also somebody that's able to convince the players, on a tactical level, but also on a psychological level, which is very important too, Sean. I know you believe in that as well.
Yeah, massively into that. Yeah, massively.
And Brian Mason seems to hit marks on the psychological level, but can he do it for the whole course of a season? Can he do it, over the course of a summer when he's trying to drill down everything into them, right? Can he be hard on them? Can he be soft on them? All those sort of things. And I don't think he's going to be able to sort of learn that on the go with Spurs, or at least I don't want him to learn that on the go with Spurs. The only thing is that technically Mikel Arteta did a similar thing where he was an assistant manager, right, his whole time under Pep Guardiola, inherited his club being Arsenal, and was able to do he didn't do quite well initially, was learning on the go, right? We saw Mikel Arteta learning on the go, I feel like, at Arsenal. He was.
But do you think Tottenham fans will be okay with it? But before you answer
I wouldn't be okay with it.
Lads, guys, there's 160 of you still here. Really appreciate it. It's an impromptu second half stream because of what happened. Just do me a favor, smash the like if you can. I know that a lot of you probably are watching on TV screens and can't do that, but those of you that are watching with the access to a thumb button, do me a favor, smash it up. Just help out the channel. And I'm seeing someone here saying United Spurs. Big up, Jacob. Where is the comment? Rooty 2. We get Mason instead of Poch or Nagelsmann. Really? No, I'm not promoting it. For me personally, listen, I think he is a good guy.
Did he make a good account of himself? As I think what you.
I don't think he's embarrassed himself in the first stint, like post Jose, and I don't think he'll embarrass himself in the next 5 or 6. But I don't think he's ready. I think every young coach has to go and earn their stripes somewhere else. When I started out in investment banking, I came out of university. I had a first-class degree. I had to make cups of tea and coffee for people, right, for a year. Whilst I was learning, you have to learn your stripes. Everyone in any walk of life, if they're doing, there needs to be a grounding where you learn on the job, but you also respect the process a little bit. And as much as it might humble you and and annoy your hubris and your ego, I think you need to go through the process, and he hasn't, right? So for me, I don't care how well he does, he can't be the first team player. Even if he wins the next 5 games and we end up finishing 5th, he cannot be the first team guy. Much as I like him, and I'd like him to be the manager in 2 or 3 years, for me, he has to go and do it at League One first or Championship. Earn it, right?
I think he needs to, if anything, he needs to go to the Bundesliga, to the to Belgium, go learn his trade, go be able to manage somewhere where there's not a lot of attention on him. There's also maybe, I think also too, right? If he's comfortable with going abroad, I think that would help him out a lot, right? Because then he gets to learn about language barriers, gets to learn about being able to communicate sort of what he wants to be done on the pitch with different sets of players, and also players that don't even know who Ryan Mason is, right? If he went to a Belgium, no one would know who Ryan Mason is. They'll just accept him for what he is and how he comes across. And if he was able to be successful, like how Vincent Kompany was able to do, in how maybe other managers who have gone abroad, I think he would if he made a good account of himself abroad and then maybe came back to England and then was able to take on a championship side or a Premier League side and do well there, then I'd take him on, Sean. So for me, actually, all due respect to Ryan Mason, I'm really enjoying these sort of free hits that he's going to be taking, but I kind of want him to have at least 2 jobs before he even takes the Spurs one. I think he needs all that experience beforehand, and that's it's no slight on him. It's just how it is.
No, it's not. It's just you got to play the game, right? You got to play the game.
Yeah.
He might say he's ready. Okay, if you're ready to take on a proper job, then you know what? Go and do it somewhere lower down the. I've done so much research on Ralph Rangnick ahead of that video that I did this morning, and he was 1986. He was out doing management. His football career ended early. The guy that is called the professor, the guy that he did kind of invent the Gegenpress as far as we know it, all that stuff. The guy's like the master of all the things that we now talk of regularly. The first 20 years of his career, he was doing it in the 3rd division of like the not the Zweite Bundesliga, the Dritte Bundesliga.
The Dritte Bundesliga.
Yeah, right. So people have to go and do that. And he hasn't done it. So as much
it's
as
all
I
part of the
respect
trade. I completely agree. And I think there's so much that people
bro.
overlook that you learn on those in that time. Even that's why I've been a bit skeptical of Vincent Kompany, because it's like he hasn't even managed in the Premier League yet. Like, it's just sort of that also concerns me, like, with him. And I find Ryan Mason, if he, let's say, Sean, makes a decent account of himself, kind of like he did last time, at least in my opinion, I thought he didn't really put himself too much to shame with the situation he inherited from Jose. Let's say he does an okay job with the situation he inherits from here on out. And no way would I want him for the job. But I would say, again, he doesn't cover himself. He doesn't make himself look badly. And if anything, he should probably get some sort of offer from, like I said, like an Anderlecht or an Ajax or whatever sort of club that be considering of giving him a chance. Maybe abroad, or maybe even a championship side. I think a championship side would actually be or a League One side would be very lucky to have him. I think if he proves to be competent
down there
for these next games, if he proves to be competent, a League One side would be lucky to have him, I think.
100%, mate, 100%. So we agree on him, and we're hoping for Nagelsmann, or we're hoping for someone with a bit more, I don't know, feathers in their cap, so we say. Let me ask you this, mate. We've spoken about Romero. He was appalling against Newcastle today. I think we all agree he was kind of righting a couple of wrongs. A bit more to see from him. I personally, I'm starting to have question marks in my mind whether he's the Rolls Royce that we think he is. I also wonder and worry a little bit the more I think about it, whether or not this idea that we can play with the back four as long as he's got someone better next to him than Eric Dyer. I'm unconvinced right now that he can do it. But before I don't want to talk too much about him because we have already. Let me ask you about Pedro Porro. Where are you at with Pedro Porro after a performance like tonight?
I haven't escaped his prison. I've still stayed, as a loyal prisoner, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. And what I would say is it's classic Spurs to sort of bring in a very defensive, competent right back in Emerson, and then bring the complete opposite in Pedro Porro. It feels like Pedro Porro needs, I think, a lot of time and a lot of patience when it comes to his defending. I think his defending is still a liability as much as he is good going forward, and as much as his goal was absolutely stunning, Sean, and it was gorgeous.
It was fantastic. Yeah, superb.
I look back at
the second gorgeous goal from him, by the way, right?
Yeah, his first one was it was a gorgeous finish.
Yeah.
And it roofed it. If I'm not even, I think he even roofed that first finish. But the defending, he was really at fault, I think, a lot for that first goal that we conceded and the second goal, if I'm not mistaken, or at least one.
If we bring in a back four manager next year, though, how does he fit in?
That's where I'm curious. Is that defensively, unless we somehow get it to work with him in some shape or form, or maybe he can get a lot of instruction over the summer and get some time that way, and he can look a bit better and surprise us. He's looking more like a right winger, or if anything, than he is actually, a fullback. Emerson is proving that he can improve going forward. Like he's learning how to do it going forward. And he still has a long way to go. But I'm more of a guy, Sean, that it's hard to watch a guy be torn up and taken advantage of for his lack of defensive sort of know-how and, ability. And Emerson was taken advantage of for not being good going forward, but it's almost better. It feels like that way around sometimes because Porro he's been giving up goals. Like, as much as I love him and as much as I am a loyal prisoner, I am watching him giving up goals, and it's hard to watch right now. And I think he's not making Romero look any better. And if anything, Romero too also gets an extra applause because Pedro Porro was spectacular going forward, but not great defensively. And Romero had to, learn how to deal with that. And I think Porro, it's silly to write him off. It's silly to sort of give up on him in any sort of sense whatsoever. But for me, Sean, I think over the summer, it'd be curious to see whether he's just going to be given a lot of work defensively with the next manager, if it's a back four, or if he's considered maybe more for like a right wing, kind of right mid kind of role of some kind instead, because I don't know. He looks like he needs a lot of time in the Premier League because he is getting sort of torn apart. And it's not even that. Like the goal that he gave up, it was just him sort of like moving inside when he should have kept, his width. And in the moment he moved inside, he offered a really easy pass to, I forget who it was, to score. But yeah, that's what I would say is that it's just, I don't know. I'm very patient with him, but defensively, he's a liability at this moment in time. But he still had a great performance. And also, Sean, he cares. And these are the bare minimums right now, is that I don't want to dig too much into him because he cares and he actually wants to do well and all these things that we're not seeing from plenty of the players. Like Romero, we saw that today. Romero saw that he cares. We saw that from Pedro Porro today. So I can't get too deep into him for that because that's all like when we get to this level of rock bottom, these are sort of the tangibles that we want to be seeing. Like, do they actually give a damn? Do they actually want to, see us, see out a game? Because I don't know, Pedro Porro, for me, he checks a lot of marks, has some things he needs to work on, but he still checks a lot of boxes.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love him. I just don't know whether or not in the back four system, he is the guy we need, unless he can improve. And depending on the shape of the rest of the team in the back four, it's different. If you do a 4-2-3-1, maybe he's got a spot. If you do a 4-1, 3-1 or 3-2 or something, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. We'll have to talk about it, mate. And we've got a long time to talk about it before next season. But listen, dude, Jack, I've got to wrap it up because I feel like
please.
I've been out all day long with my mum, and I've had like 2 bottles of red wine, so this is not a good time to be live streaming.
That's all right, Sean. I'm gonna dig into some Guinnesses later, so I'm with you there. But everybody, last thing I'll say is just thank Sean for putting this up in the first place. Those that followed us over from Irish Hotspur, because Sean always gives up his time to come over to us and help me out, especially when Dave is gone and everything burned and crashed to, a burning halt. Sean still helped me out plenty and was very patient and everything. So please, everybody, show him some love.
Appreciate you, Jack. But listen, for anyone that happens to have been on this stream, who, for whatever, I can't imagine there's anyone, but if you haven't already subscribed to Jack's channel, the Irish Hotspur, the link is in the description. And make sure you get over there and smash the like and smash the subscribe on them. Guys, we're going to end it off. Last question for you, Jack. Where did Tottenham finish?
Conference League. Is that 7th or is that 8th?
7th. I think that's 7th. Yeah, 7th, I think.
Conference League. It feels like
5th is Europa, 6th. No, maybe is 6th. 4th is
we'll never make it convenient for ourselves. We'll never make it convenient for ourselves where we get like a clean break from Europe. There's no way we're getting a clean break from Europe. I feel like we're finishing like 7th.
I think maybe 5th is Europa, 6th would be conference, but because of Man United and Man City winning the rest of the leagues, I think maybe
it'll inconvenience fest with conference league.
And that's okay with me. So you reckon?
Hill Messi in the Conference League, Sean. That's what I want to see.
I want to see Hill Messi back. I want a new manager to come in and look at Hill Messi and say, "You're going to be a focal point of my squad next season." That's what I want to see because I think that guy's got so much talent, and I just want a manager that can respect and appreciate him. But anyway, guys, we will talk about that throughout the week, and I know Jack and Dave will go through it with you as well if you're here from there. Guys, we're going to wrap up 2-2. It was a scoreline I think most of us would have taken. Come on, you Spurs. like, subscribe, and comment to Jack and to the Irish Hotspur and to Dave. And also, if you haven't already, do it over here. Sorry, guys, for the kind of weirdness. And also, sorry for being a little bit That's what happens on your mother's 70th birthday. Love you all. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always,
Spurs.
bye-bye.
Bye.